everybody, it's Flori. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, today I'm gonna do some girl time. And you know what, girl time videos are just one of my favorite videos to do because we just kind of be casual, kick back and just talk and just kind of update you about how things are going for me as far as my recovery and everything. And kind of encourage, you know, maybe through my story, maybe I can encourage somebody else who's maybe in the same situation to kind of maybe have a bit more confidence and not be so down and just, you know, to try to see the more positive side of life, even though things aren't maybe so positive right now. It's not easy. It's not easy, I know. As most of you know, I suffer from lymphedema, and probably for the past 7 years I've had lymphedema. About 9 years ago, actually about 9.5 years ago, I got hurt, and a couple years after that I developed lymphedema. When I was hurt, before I got lymphedema, I just had a lot of pain in my back, and there was a few years of going back and forth with doctors, not knowing what was wrong with me, and you know, I knew I was feeling pain and everything, and of course they could never find anything or see anything, and so it was a struggle then. But then when I got lymphedema, they can actually see something that was going on, and oh yay, now you got, so now we can believe you, I guess. I don't know, but not that they didn't believe me, but they just didn't know how to treat me, I guess. So anyways, that's been going on. So, you know, lymphedema, I understand it's not curable. It's not it's something that you can maybe maybe somewhat control somewhat through a lot of work and effort, but it does rear its ugly head at the most inopportune moments, and it robs you a lot of different things. It robs you of your independence. It robs you of a lot of things. I mean, it can rob you of a lot of things. I mean, lymphedema can be in so many different forms and stages, I guess. Some people can have mild cases of it. Some people can have it in their arms. Some people have it in their legs, and that's where I have mine, in my legs, and it affects both my legs. And today what I want to talk to you about is something that happened because of lymphedema, or actually, yeah, I guess it starts with the lymphedema. As most of you know, that I was in the hospital at the beginning of the year, and I was in the hospital for a good 2 months because of an infection I got due to my lymphedema. I still don't really know the whole story about what my infection was, because I just don't. I mean, I lost a lot of time when I was there. I know, I mean, if you watched my other girl time videos, like, I explained that to you, like during my ICU stay, the ICU psychosis and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that story, you can go ahead and go back and watch those videos. In fact, I'll link my girl time playlist for you. But I'll link that down below for you. But anyways, what had happened during that time when I was away at the hospital, and I went through so many surgeries and so many procedures, and just being intubated and everything for so long, my body went through a lot of stress, which is understandable. But what had happened a few months ago, I actually had to go back to the hospital again in April. And when I was there at the hospital in April, I noticed something that was going on with me. Luckily, that stay in April was only like about 5 days, I think, 5-6 days. Anyways, it was a lot better than 2 months. But anyways, I noticed while I was there, I started noticing before, but I did notice more so. My hair was just thinning out. It was falling out by the handfuls. And I did not know what was going on. I was asking him, I was like, what's going on with my hair? Why is my hair falling out? What's going on? What's this all about? I mean, I used to shed before, and I had a ton of hair, but something happened and my hair was falling out, and I thought, my goodness, at this rate I'm not going to have any hair left within weeks, because it was literally handfuls at a time. I mean, I couldn't even put my fingers through my hair without handful of hair coming out. I couldn't brush my hair without handfuls and handfuls. Every time I washed my hair, I mean it was just, I would get up out of bed and my pillow would be just filled with hair. I didn't know what was going on. It was starting to scare me. And I was like, oh my goodness, on top of everything else, now I'm going to go, I'm going to lose all my hair. I was like, oh my goodness, when is it going to end? But, I went to my doctor, and, at first they said, okay, your thyroid's out of whack, which is, one of the first things you think about. In which mine was. It was really bad out of whack when I got sick again in April. But, it got regulated, and when I talked to my doctor, and he took more blood from me after I got out of the hospital and stuff, and he says, yeah, everything's normal, you're regulated again. I asked him, well, what about my hair, and he said, well, it should fix itself, but if it doesn't, then you probably need to go see a dermatologist. And so I gave it some time, and I started thinking about how long does it take for your thyroid to get regulated. And he said it was regulated. Well, how long does the symptoms go? Well, long story short, it just kind of, it should have fixed itself before then, and I was still having the symptoms of all my hair falling out. So I made an appointment with the dermatologist, and I went to talk to her, and she sat down, and they looked at my hair, and of course they ran their fingers through it, and sure enough, another handful of hair. And so she just said, well, I can see that you're not, you're just losing your hair at the root, and you don't have any bald, you don't have any bald patches, I guess is what she said. And then she goes on to tell me what you have is called, and I'm going to try not to murder this enunciation, but what you have is called telogen effluvium. Telogen effluvium. I was like, okay. That's great. I have telogen effluvium. And I'm like, well, that's just wonderful. So she just says, okay, so tell me what happened in January. And I just looked at her like, how'd she know? And what she said was, anybody who comes into office with the telogen effluvium. Here, let me show you this so I can stop murdering this pronunciation. Can you see that? What she says is that she can count back from the time the symptoms started. She can count back how many months and say, this is the month that this has started for you. And basically what has happened is that because my body had gone through so much stress in January, and with all the procedures and surgeries that I had suffered, and plus being intubated and unconscious and everything else, basically my hair, my head or whatever, your hair's always in different phases, and what happened with my hair is that it all went into a resting phase at the same time. So different times your head is going through all these different phases with your hair, and one stage could be resting, the other ones could be new growth, the other one could be, I don't know what else, just maintaining, I don't know. But mine all went to the resting phase at the same time because of all the stress. I didn't know what else to do. I went into shock, I don't know. So basically that's what happened. So now I think finally, she says it's gonna fix itself. It might take 6 months to a year, might take months, might take weeks, I don't know. So I think it finally has slowed down. But now I got all these new little hairs coming. And like the back of my hair, like I mean, it's just really short in the back right here. And I had the thickest hair, and now it's just so thin. And I'm not complaining because I'm just thankful that I still, you know, I still have my hair. I mean, there's so many people that are suffering from, you know, hair loss. And you know, I have friends that suffer from alopecia. I know I don't know if I'm saying that right, but and I'm not trying to say that I was just wondering what was going on. But that's what happened to me with my hair. And so now it's starting to grow back, and I just have all these this hair that's out this really weird stages. I mean, when I pull my hair back, it just kind of, I got all these short little hairs right here, just little weird things going on. But it is starting to grow back now, and if this is all in it sound familiar to any of you, that's what's going on with you. I know I did my Ipsy bag video, and I had my hair like pulled off to the side, and I had a braid, in which my braids are very puny now. I used to have the thickest hair, so I mean, I guess that's a good thing I started with that. But basically, when you have this telogen effluvium, you can lose up to 70% of your hair, and that's kind of what was happening to me. But well, anyways, during that video, I had this little ducktail thing going on, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe that is just sticking out right there. And it's just kind of different, and I just had to laugh at it because I thought, oh, how silly, look at that. So anyways, that's what happened in that video. But anyways, I mean, it was kind of scary in a way. In a way, it was kind of like, oh my goodness, now what? You know, and it's okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, like I said, I just, no matter how hard I think I have it, I always know there's somebody out there who has it worse than me. And I'm never going to question why me, or question, you know, I just don't think it's something that I'm gonna let myself get down about, because I've already done that. I've done that already. I've already grieved for, I mean, I say grieved because it kind of is what that is. When you grieve from losing your abilities, you know, you kind of grieve for your former self that used to be, you know. I grieved already for my former self that used to be able to hop in the car and go, or used to be able to walk across the room, or used to be able to run up and down the stairs and, you know, clean my house up top to bottom. I can't do that anymore. I mean, and I'm okay with that because I've made adjustments. I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and that's all you can do, you know. It's all you can do. You just got to keep fighting. You fight for it. That's what my shirt says today, fight for it. And you keep fighting for it, and you just have to keep your head up, and you have to keep positive, and you just have to, you know, you just have to just keep plugging away. You know, that's all I can do. And the one thing I love about making these videos, YouTube videos in general, is that it's something that I've always loved, is you know, makeup and polishes, and I got joy out of it, and I can still get joy out of it, and it's okay. Even though my legs are just, I mean, they just drive me nuts sometimes. I mean, they hurt. They don't cooperate with me. They're heavy sometimes, you know. They just don't. They don't want to keep. They don't like to do what I tell them to do. Sometimes they don't respond to me at all, but that's okay, because there's some days that I can get them to respond. And I'm just thankful for those days, and I'm thankful for the days I can get up and maybe take a couple of steps, you know, across the room. And I'm thankful for the days I can stand up most of the way and hug my husband, because I miss that. And there's, you know, I'm getting to the point where I can stand up for maybe a minute, or maybe almost, you know, I don't know, it's just, it's silly, you know, this is a little accomplishment, the little achievements that I do that, you know, that keep me going, you know, because, I mean, I don't want to miss out. I'm already missing out enough as it is, you know, on some of the things I've already lost, but I don't want to miss out on everything. I don't want to, I mean, my son graduated last year. I didn't want to miss out on that. I didn't want to miss out on my oldest son, you know, when he got engaged. I didn't want to miss out on any of that. My godchildren. I have my godchildren. They live, they live in another state, but sometimes when I do get to visit with them, I don't want to miss out on that. I don't want to miss out on my time with my husband. And I don't want to make a bad situation worse by turning my back on what else is there out there that is still good, you know? So anyways, as my recovery progresses, I mean, I'm still having to go to the wound clinic. I still have a slightly open wound on my leg still, and I'm still having to take antibiotics until it closes. I've been on antibiotics since April. And, you know, I'm just kind of plugging away. I'm just doing the best I can. I try to keep a smile, and I just love making these videos. They cheer me up, and I love reading your guys' comments. And I mean, it just brings a smile to my face, and I just really enjoy it. So, I mean, I guess I could sit here and talk all day, but I don't want to talk your ears off, so I'll let you all go. But if you have any questions about this, or if you have any other questions about, you know, what it's like to have lymphedema, or just being disabled in general, I mean, I'll try to help you as much as I can with an answer. All I can do is kind of tell you what my experiences are, and, you know, and just to tell you you gotta fight for it. You just gotta fight for it, whatever it be, whether you're you know, got doctors who aren't really knowing how to treat you, or they don't know how to medicate you or keep you comfortable, you know, just anything, you know, just any of that. I mean, because I've been there, done that, you know, and it's unfortunate that I had to go through lymphedema before I got somebody to say, hey, there's something wrong with this lady. So, and believe me, you know, I guess, because I know there's so many people that have injuries that are within, and they are not as visible, and they have such a hard time. They have such a hard time getting the help they need. But anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try my best to answer them. And in the meantime, hang in there. Fight for it. Gotta fight, girl. Gotta fight, men. Anybody who's out there, fight for it. It's worth it. It is worth it. I mean, you can't let your disability define you. Lymphedema does not define me, and I will always want to be remembered as Flory, the girl that laughed, or that girl that always was smiling. I don't want to be known as, oh, that's the lady that had lymphedema. You know, I don't want that. I want to be known as, you know, oh, she was such a great person, not that person with lymphedema. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's all I have, and I really appreciate you listening. And if you have any feedback, please let me know, okay? And we'll talk real soon, okay? I got some good videos coming up soon, and I hope you all tune in, okay? All right, take care, y'all, and much love, and take care. All right, guys, bye-bye. Take care.